Hi guys, so today I'm going to start off with a quick side-by-side of the HTC Flyer and the Samsung Galaxy Tab. Now in stock is the HTC Flyer. This is their 7-inch Android tablet, which is going to take on the tablet devices on the market today, most specifically the Samsung Galaxy Tab. Of course, there are the 10-inch versions that are coming out from the likes of ASUS, and you've got the Apple iPad. But this device, the Flyer, I personally feel is going to be one of the strongest competitors out there in the market because of its overall size and portability. And bearing in mind that they both have 7-inch screen, let's take a quick look at them side by side. So as you can see, front on, they are actually a similar sort of size. The Galaxy Tab is a little bit thicker. It feels chunkier, the Galaxy Tab, and actually holding the Flyer next to the Galaxy Tab makes you realise what a good job HTC have done. On the back of the device, they've finished it in this sort of aluminium body, and it's got a curvature on it there, which makes it feel quite natural in the hand. It's curved, so your hand naturally grips the device. In actual fact, here, not sure how well you can see it, there's actually a small ridge, and that makes the for a good holding position of the device with just one hand. So let's just quickly switch on the device. So you've got a very similar HTC user experience here with the Sense interface. This time you've got their Sense 3D. One really nice feature is that this device can be used in both portrait and landscape mode, and what I particularly like is if you notice the buttons here, they're touch sensitive, but if you turn this way, you've also got touch sensitive buttons at the bottom of the device in landscape mode, which is unusual. It's something the Samsung Galaxy Tab doesn't have, and actually can be quite frustrating. You don't seem to get the orientation switch like you do on the Galaxy Tab, but maybe that's just a setting I haven't found as yet. One of the unique things about the HTC Flyer is that you can use a digital stylus with it, and this is great for taking notes, especially in a meeting, because you can actually write in your own handwriting. So they've got a notes application which actually links back to Evernote, and you have the ability to write on screen. So let's just try this for you here. So as you can see, I'm actually writing on screen there. Now, this is a really nifty feature, but I'm not sure if it's a bit of a gimmick. The reason I say that is you've got this stylus, which is about the size of a normal pen, but there's no way to connect it, store it with the HTC Flyer itself. You actually have to carry it around like a pen, and I can see that you could very easily lose this. And the other thing is that some of the features within the Notes application are quite innovative, including the ability to record the meeting as it goes on, so the actual voice and audio. You can take pictures and what have you. And if I was writing on screen, I would want to naturally press some of these buttons using the stylus or digital pen. But you can't. It doesn't recognise the tip on the actual buttons. You actually have to physically use your finger, which in some respect makes sense, but I'd like the ability to actually do both. Now, there'll be plenty of full reviews on the HTC Flyer, giving it a rundown next to the Galaxy Tab and what have you, but initial impressions of that product are quite strong. I personally believe that had this been available at the same time as the Galaxy Tab, I would have picked one of these up. They are quite expensive. They're retailing at just under £600, inclusive of VAT, but the overall finish seems a bit more polished. You've got HTC's integration of Google Android on there, which makes for a good overall user experience. So that's the HTC Flyers, and that's in stock now at clove.co.uk. So another thing that's come out in the news just over the last couple of days is Microsoft. They've made an announcement about an upgrade to Windows Phone 7. Codename sort of Mango is essentially 7.5, the upgrade to Windows Phone 7. It's going to bring a lot of new features, apparently 500, the full list of which will become evident in the near future, but some of the key features are the improvement of apps, improvement of the internet experience, and the communication elements of the device. Now that's really important for Windows Phone 7 as it develops. There's been a lot of discussion about where Windows Phone lacks, so it's good to see that Microsoft are taking active steps to improve the overall user experience for consumers out there, because it does need polishing. At the moment, Windows Phone 7 just feels a little bit rough around the edges, and it's lacking some of the key features of other operating systems like Apple's iOS and Google Android. So it'd be interesting to see what those full 500 developments or new features are, and we'll cover those in time. There's no mention though about improvements of a landscape orientation in Windows Phone 7. Hopefully that will come soon, but they haven't made an explicit announcement, because we've seen devices like the HTC 7 Pro that really suffer because they're designed to be used in landscape mode with the keyboard, but the experience isn't all that great. So another piece of news that refers to HTC is they've put a post up on their Twitter and Facebook page about them reviewing their bootloader policy. And this has caused an awful lot of discussion over the last 24 hours or so regarding whether they lock down their bootloaders and stop custom ROMs and what have you being installed on the device. Now, you may have mixed opinions on this, but I think it's actually a good thing if they keep them unlocked and allow for development. It keeps the interest in the brand. It doesn't necessarily harm HTC. They may have some issues regarding warranty and what have you, but I don't think it's a big enough issue that they should lock the devices down or impede people from doing so, because ultimately people want the latest hardware, and that's what HTC are great at doing. Yes, they bring a good software experience for most people. The real techies out there like the ability to customize, and that will probably put a lot of you off if you are a techie if HTC decide to lock that down. But we'll bring more information on that as and when we have it, but they are only currently reviewing. They haven't made any decisions as yet. So also in the news this week, Computex 2011 is due to start soon. But ASUS have released what can only be described as some teaser images of a potential new tablet slash phone. They've got their ASUS U Transformer coming out by the end of this month, so within the next 7 to 10 days. But this series of images they've released, which were found on Engadget, link below, look pretty special. It really teases off what could be a new device that they'll announce. So I'll bring more news on that, but it's clear that ASUS obviously want to expand into the tablet market, and it's a natural progression for them. So we could be seeing some sort of evolution of the ASUS eTransformer to include phone functionalities. So that's it from now. We'll be back soon with more news and information. Thanks for watching.